What's up, guys? NFL Talk. Today's December 4th, 2016. Sunday football. I'm sorry that it took me this long to put out a video. I wanted to. It's just that I was not in the right state of mind. The Giants and Steelers game just really put me off big time. Like, seriously, I was ticked off. And I just let me just cool off for a while. A really long while, because that game really got on my nerves in this game. And this is against my Pittsburgh Steelers too. So I was also filled with emotions, all types. Um, Pittsburgh Steelers win 24-14 New York Giants. Why? The title said it. I already said it already. The New York Giants offense sucks. They suck. Truly suck, right, man. They didn't score a single point in the first half. They ended up getting a safe. Well, the Steelers ended up getting a safety after a penalty, a couple of field goals and a touchdown. Overall, Pittsburgh Steelers had their way. The only good lighting The only good light that was coming from the New York Giants was the defense. They showed grittiness, they showed play, but of course, eventually, like all teams, if one side of the ball is not doing it for you, eventually the other side. For instance, in this case, the defense is playing hard, they're playing good, but it's going to be eventually something's going to happen where they're just going to completely let go because they're just tired. They're worn out being on the play for so long, and they're starting to be easily read. The plays they have, the setups they have, is going to be easily noticeable, and that's what happened to the defense. They had a good run, very good run. It's just that the offense of the New York Giants just couldn't keep up. It just could not. And this is against a Pittsburgh Steelers secondary who are considered to be very, very suspect, one of the worst in the NFL. And they look like gods. Last week, the New York Giants went up against the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns, who are the worst defensive team in the league. They're the worst team in the league. And they look like gods, even if with our win. It is very unsettling, man. So the Pittsburgh Steelers, Ben Roethlisberger, 24 completions out of 36, 289 yards, 2 touchdowns, and interception from him. So he had a great game. You got this boy Green, Laturius Green, 6 receptions, 110 yards, and a touchdown. I believe this is his rookie year because I haven't seen him before. Antonio Brown dropped 54 yards and a touchdown. Eli Rogers had 18 yards. James had 32 yards. Hamilton had 11 yards. And Le'Veon Bell had 64 yards. Le'Veon Bell had a great game from him. 29 carries for 118 yards as a rusher. So great job from the Pittsburgh Steelers. The defense, which is not known to be dominant, they did that. They got 2 sacks in. They got 2 interceptions on Eli Manning. That's a shameful. That's the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. That's considered to be whack. The New York Giants. First guilty man, Eli Manning. God, he was evil. He was awful. 24 completions out of 39, 195 yards. 195 yards. 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Eli is breaking apart right now. I don't know what's going on with him. He's not in his right state of mind. Last year he was balling out of his mind. He having a career year. Now this year he's just struggling, and I don't know why. He's turning the ball over multiple times for multiple games. Just man, I don't know. Um, you got this boy Adams for the receivers. 10, 10 yards, 21 yards for Shumpert, who hasn't recovered since his couple games going off. Um, you got this boy Ty, the tight end, who's completely useless as a receiver, but as a tackler for the tight end, he's pretty good. But as a receiver, he's nothing. Odell Beckham Jr. with 100 yards off of 10 receptions. He was frustrated the entire game, and I do not blame him. He was getting holds all over the place, no calls for him. Um, is it? Yeah, I feel sorry for Odell Beckham Jr. And it's funny now. He's not really complaining. He's not really going off, making a scene that much at all. He's focused. He's been focused for the last couple of games. Look what happened. There is no excuse for the New York Giants offense now at all. And this boy, Rashad Jennings, oh my God. Okay, 34 yards as a receiver and a touchdown. As a receiver, I don't care. When I'm looking at is his rushing. 6 carries for 19 yards, and that's it. He was done. The team gave up on the rush because this guy was god awful. He was awful tonight. And that's saying much because he's been awful the entire game season ever since he even got here. But this game really stood out to me as in like we truly don't have a good running back at all. Not Jennings, not Perkins, Vern is not there. Like, jeez, man. I don't care if we make it to the playoffs. I don't care if we make it to the Super Bowl. One thing for sure for the next offseason, we need to get a running back. For sure. We need to sign a running back. I don't care how you do it. Get a good running back. Someone who can actually produce. That's what I'm talking about. I don't care about a top tier guy. We need someone who can produce. Because we can't rely on Eli Manning's passing for so long because now it's starting to become predictable. If you could shut down the receivers, if you could put pressure on Eli Manning, if you can stop his run as a passer, you pretty much cook the New York Giants. The only light that could come out of the New York Giants is the defense. Eli Apple playing phenomenal, getting an interception. You got this boy Cassilius getting a forced fumble. Of course, Eli Apple ended up picking it up. You got this boy Vern on the defensive side getting 2 sacks in. Like, the defense is getting better. The defense is getting better, but the offense is starting to become more and more and more exposed. Especially now that Odell Beckham Jr. is no longer a problem. He is no longer making um, uh, a scene, basically, with the net, his tantrums. He was complaining, but he was complaining for the right reasons. He was not getting calls. Now we're seeing the team, and it's just god awful on offense. So Pittsburgh wins. They go 7-5. I'm glad that the Pittsburgh Steelers are rising up again, but it's sad that the New York Giants had to take this fall, and it's really looking bleak because next week is probably going to be the most important game of the season for us, and that is against the Cowboys at home. We're going to face the Cowboys, the Dallas Cowboys, next week. Game 1 of the season, we beat them. We're the only team that's ever beaten them this year. And we're walking in our home looking like this. Any defense can destroy us. And I'm pretty sure the Dallas Cowboys defense is going to hurt us big time. So that's it for me. This is going to be my last video for tonight. Just want to rest this off because this is just a whack game. Peace out.